y'all. So, yeah, I'm bundled up. I look like, I don't even know what I look like. Tell me what I look like. The only thing you really should be saying is that I look warm. Because I am. Not playing these games. I'm back for a minute in the Midwest because I finished up a project out in New York and ended my trip with having to run away from Corona. Yeah. That lets you know that it's a little icy outside. You hear that ding ding? Yeah. It's snowing over here and we're in a state of emergency. We are in a state of emergency, people. Even Sir Orange has declared it as such. We are officially in a state of emergency. We watched over the past 2 months Corona travel from its origin location all the way out here to the United States of America in 2020. Because of social media and how fast information travels, we were able to watch that literally happen in front of us. I know for a fact that there are people who have recently come back from Italy, specifically Milan, after, it was declared that they were dealing with, a complete outbreak in the country. And I know people who came back from that country in particular, and when they got back to the United States, they were not screened for the virus at the airport. So that was about 2 weeks ago. So we know as citizens that people have come into this country from places where there is definitely an outbreak, if you will, of coronavirus, and no measures were taken to identify and then potentially screen and quarantine and protect the people who could be ill as well as those surrounding. So here we are. Many people are now really in a state of panic. I don't know if anyone has been to the grocery stores lately. There's this need to hoard toilet paper. I don't know who's kaka what you get for can kaka just now for the corona pass you by up all thing. That makes sense. But anyway, I guess at the end of the day, this is going to be a time when people are going to have to be around their family members, their immediate family members, friends, roommates that they may typically ignore, avoid, etc. With schools being closed for a while, some jobs as a result of that being unavailable for a while, etc. Like, people are going to have to deal with people that they typically do not deal with, that they live with. That may be your children, that may be your spouse, that may be your extended relative that's staying with you. It could be roommates, that you probably don't fuck with. Now y'all really gotta fuck with each other, or I don't know. No, you have to. You have to. You're gonna have to really share that bathroom more than you typically do. You're gonna really have to share that kitchen more than you typically do. And with the virus, this coronavirus being what it is, this has become a heightened time where people who are generally filthy have to stop being so damn gross. It's really interesting. 2020 brought about a huge wake-up call on how unhealthy people are, how dirty people are, how inconsiderate people are to one another and to themselves. That's the State of the Union. Um, Nobody is perfect. We all have our moments where, we don't know that a sneeze is coming and boom, it comes. But for those of us that were raised up with proper hygiene and manners, it's like an automatic to cover your mouth. Even if that means you get all those droplets on your hand, at least you can take that hand and wash it, clean it, whatever, versus you spraying all of that into the air. Bottom line is, this is an interesting time. I just came back from the city, and it was the first time that I experienced the MTA subway elevators smelling clean, like cleaning products. Not having to push and shove to really get into the train, because it was pretty empty, to be honest with you, by New York City standards. The homeless people, not to laugh, like it's not funny that they're homeless, but even the homeless people were like staying out the way. Maybe they were directed by police officers and whomsoever, I don't know, but it's just not business as usual anywhere. And when you see it impact such a major, prolific, impactful city that truly dictates the culture, like New York City, when you see New York City take the hit that it's taking, and millions and millions of people have to adjust themselves accordingly as a result of this, it really is forcing a lot of us to sit down and really think about how we conduct our lives, how we conduct our movements, how we conduct our day-to-day activities, how we get money, how we lose money, how we spend money. When we have downtime, what do we do with that downtime? All of those different things. This period is forcing people in a way that we've not seen, I think, in our lifetime, to really sit down for a moment and reflect and potentially make not some temporary changes but hopefully some of these changes are like lifetime changes, especially when it comes to like your health, how you maintain your health, relationships. We're in an age now where we all know what social distancing means, and if you didn't, or you're not sure of what that means, it's literally you need to relax on going out into public environments, because it's safer to stay secluded, isolated, in a very small, controlled environment. And some of us are good with that. Some of us are literally freaking out. They need crowds. They need the attention. They need to be around people. They need to share their energy, receive energy, all of that. And social distancing, for a lot of people, it goes against that necessity. So people are really trying to figure it out. What I encourage you to do, I talk about this in my book. This is now really about mental fortitude, your mental fortitude. How are you managing your mental fortitude? How are you managing your mental strength during this time? This is a very critical time, more so than any other time, like I'm saying. What are you doing for yourself? What are you doing to take care of yourself? When you get up in the morning, instead of immediately going to a news source, whether it's through your phone online, whether it's talking to your Alexa, whether it's turning on your TV and just soaking in all this updates, waiting for the world to blow up or the world to end, because of Corona. What are you doing instead of that? Are you meditating? Are you managing your breaths? Are you practicing yoga? Are you praying? Are you setting intentions no matter what happens in the day for what you want to do with your time? Not only for yourself, but for the loved ones in your life, friends. How are you supporting people within your community? That doesn't need to stop just because of what is going on. It really doesn't. There's definitely ways to do that, alternative ways, of course, that we're going to see put into practice in, I think, a more heavy fashion, at least for the next 3 to 4 weeks. But this is now a time that you should use to really, I don't know, take the 30-day challenge that is in my book, 30 notes, 30 nights. Some of it, is really like applicable to folks that are in a space of entrepreneurship, absolutely. But some of it can really be applied across the board. And I'm actually going to take it over the next 30 days with you guys. So if you're down, you've got the book already, and you have time. I know you're going to have some time. Join me. If you don't have the book yet, I'm going to start on officially day 1 on Monday, because I need my weekend, okay? So maybe Tuesday. So like if you order today, by Tuesday, because you know who has not stopped working? Amazon Prime. Y'all with it? Yeah. So I'm gonna take a poll. If you're ready, if you're down to do this 30 notes, 30 nights, you want to cop the book if you haven't copped it yet, or if you got it, you want to wait till after the weekend, like myself. I'm going to take a poll, add you. We're going to do like an exclusive group of everybody who wants to do this. Let's do it together. Coronavirus, it's here, it's happening, this is real. Let's not make light of it, but it doesn't mean life is over or life itself is just temporarily on hold. It's not. I literally am on my way to, they're like, what you doing in the street? I'm on my way to pick up fabric, do some fabric sourcing, and then meet with a client. The grind does not stop. But then I am going to pick up some snacks, go actually to crib, and relax for the rest of the weekend. I don't have any other commitments, and I'm not taking on any other commitments that require me to leave the house before Monday. So we're in this together, people. Let's figure out how to support each other, how to continue or build wherever you are in your journey of strengthening your mental fortitude. Let's get into it. Talk to you soon.